Got it on me, got the cash vision. Baby, gon' keep it 100, the one that you loving. I'm bringing the pressure, it's true. Just in my line when you need me, I'm here for whatever, cause I make it do what it do. You know ain't never no better, I treat it like treasure. You love when I put it on you. I make it rain like the weather, I'm getting you wetter, but you in a whole different mood. Paid up.
What is good, you too? Nightblade 509, and we back with another one. Blessed to be here, blessed to have y'all. Before I even start this video, yes, it is a range day. Y'all can see I'm geared up. But like I said, before I start this video, I just want to thank everybody that tuned in, everybody that commented. I love talking to y'all in the comments. I love learning from you guys, and I love pretty much telling you guys my experiences so you can learn from me. I just want to thank everybody that liked, commented, subscribed. Y'all growing the Nightblade family for real, and it's growing fast. Thank you guys so much, and I don't take none of this for granted. I'm really lucky to have y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Love y'all, like I said. So today we are shooting this Glock 45, and don't judge me. I did zero this in, but I do not know how good the zero is because I did not shoot it yet since I zeroed it. So we are going to see if I did a good job or not. We are shooting this Glock 17. This one was issued to me. I do private security, so this one was issued to me. As you can see, it's Gen 4 Glock 17. It is clear. As you can see, nothing, no mag in there. And this is my concealed carry, so I bring this every range day. We are shooting my Glock 43X. So today's gonna be a nice little range day. I'm gonna try to beat my wife at these little bullseye shooting competitions type of thing we got set up.
You ain't gonna be able to do it.
But it's gonna be a nice little range day, and I hope you guys enjoy. I'm so happy to bring y'all along with me in this journey of trying to get better. Eventually, I'm gonna try to do competition shooting. That's something I really want to do since I got into guns, and there's no way to really train competition shooting unless you're actually on the field doing your thing. But there's things I can work on at a regular range, like shooting fast, double taps, things like that. Although when you're doing competitions, you're going to be doing those things on the move, but it's good to at least have it mastered while you're standing still as well. You know, at least you're not going to be 100% uncomfortable while you're doing the competitions in general. Y'all gonna see where my skill level at. Y'all gonna see what I got going on, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm happy. Today is gonna be a fantastic range day. If there's anything in the comments that y'all see I could work on, put it down below. You already know I'm not better than anybody, you know what I mean? I'm just here, I'm training, I'm just trying to get better like everyone else, man. But yeah, like I said, I really do enjoy shooting, doing my thing, and I'm glad to be bringing y'all along with me. Finally at the range, man. This is my little selection of guns that I got going on right here. Wifey is adjusting it to make sure everything is down range. Look at that CZ. That thing look good, ain't it? I know. So first we're shooting that Glock 43X. And this is my first string of fire to see. This is like my warm-up round, so I can see exactly where I'm at. And this is the snappiest gun I have, even though it's not that snappy, but kind of what I use to get adjusted. Here we go. And at this point, I didn't feel 100% comfortable. This is like, you know, it's just like playing basketball. You get out there, your first few shots feel a little weird, then you kind of get locked in and you start to do a lot better. This is exactly what that is. And I just told wifey, yeah, I already know this is going to be trash. And here we go. Oh, my God. I was looking like, boy, that can't be me. Was that me? Oh, Lord. But dog, oh man, that was bad. That's how I know I wasn't dry firing, man. It's looking bad, man. But I already know I would get adjusted. They go wifey doing her thing. She's shooting her Glock 43X. Hers is like I told you guys, it's snappier than mine for sure. But she tends to do good with it. You know, it's hers. She's used to doing her thing with that, and she hasn't been dry firing at all. She's not one to dry fire. I'll tell you guys that much. And believe it or not, guys, she did not like the Glock 45. I was shocked, but then she told me she was gripping with her support hand really low, as you guys could probably tell. You can't tell because of the angle, but she was gripping very low with her support hand, and she preferred her Glock 43X, and obviously you will if you think about it. Look, there goes her grouping. No dry fire, I'm telling y'all. You got to dry fire, man. It's important. Look at that. But yeah, but as you can see, that was her grouping. And I was saying her gripping low and the slide of the 45 being a little bit long is going to make it flip a bit more. So she felt like, you know, her experience with the 43X was a bit better. And there goes me shooting the 45, and the zero wasn't good, man. This whole range trip, the zero really wasn't good. What I was doing was just adjusting my dot above my intended target to hit where I needed to hit. And I already knew before I left, there's no way I was leaving that gun range without adjusting it. And you guys see, I'm shooting a bit better. This grouping was a lot better than the first one. So I wasn't satisfied. For me, I'm not satisfied until, like, if I go to the range, I got to be able to make the bullseye like a hole. You know what I'm saying? If I can make a hole in the bullseye, then I'm satisfied. And that's usually what I used to do every time I went to the range. But I'm sending it back so I could see what the zero is, like, because I was like, okay, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's too close, and that's why it's shooting like that. Everything was shooting really low. So I brought the target a little further back to see if it's the actual zero causing that. And it was. So I was just like, okay, this needs adjustment. But like I said, I was adjusting it, and I was also shooting with my iron sights in between. Like, I would fluctuate just to see like where I was hitting this, so just to know exactly what the dot was doing. And look, like I told you guys, there's a hole in the target. In the target. I sound like 50 Tyson.
I'm 50 Tyson. I'm from Northside Zone, Twin City, Minnesota. That's where I'm from.
But yeah, there's a hole in the target, and I wasn't satisfied because it's shooting so low. Look at how low that was. And there she goes. She's shooting my Glock 43X. And she really does love shooting my Glock 43X. I'll tell you guys that right now. She really enjoys it. To her, that was her favorite gun in the lineup. Yes, sir. She does good with it. I can't even lie. She does pretty well with that. But even though she does good with that, how dare you like this over the Glock 45? You crazy? That's a sin in my book. I don't know what she was talking about, y'all. For real. And here she goes with the Glock 45 again. I actually want her to draw from the holster a few times, but the guy at the range told us we couldn't. Can you believe that?
That shit is crazy. I really don't like that guy.
And there goes her grouping, guys. That wasn't too good. I thought, yeah. Dry firing is important, like I said.
Okay, hold on a minute. This was better than I've done before. Look, it's all in the black right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm even dancing. Excuse me, this was good. Diminishing my progress and shit.
Here we go again with the Glock 45. And at this point, I already kind of knew what it was doing, so I was getting a little bit more comfortable. And I love the Holosun 407K, by the way. This dot is pretty underrated. It's very affordable, and it's really good. Crisp dot, does exactly what it needs to do. And after firing for a little while, that grip bite in my hand. So at this point, I'm like, man, I was getting a little bit frustrated because, like I said, the whole dot situation was a bit frustrating. Like, at the end, I was like, dang, like, I should have just adjusted it at first, because all the shots that you guys were seeing would have been perfect, like literally dead on. But you live and you learn. Next time, I'm gonna take my time to zero these dots, man. And also, next time, I want you guys to see progress. I want you guys to see me get better. I'm trying to improve while you guys are watching. Next time, I want to actually get different targets as well. Look at this grouping, by the way. As you can see, it's hitting low. Everything is hitting low. That's what I was pissed off about. As you can see my face. But like I said, I want to improve. I want things to get better. I'm like, you know what? I need to redeem myself. That's exactly what I was saying right here. Run this back. Run that back right quick. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what I could do for real. But, you know, it's all about getting better, man. I want you guys to see me improve. I'm trying to look like one of them dudes on YouTube that be shooting off fast. You know Pew View. If anybody knows anything about shooting guns, you know Pew View. I ain't about to be doing all that stuff. He be doing all that, I don't know. What's that movie with Will Smith when he was doing the thing with the guns and all that extra stuff?
Will Smith?
Yeah, when he was the superhero with the
robot?
Oh, God. Never mind, y'all. Anyways, I'm not doing all that extra stuff that Pewview be doing with the little bullet flipping and shooting cans and all that. But we gonna be elite. And we gonna do it together, y'all. With you guys' input and with me implementing what I'm learning and me putting everything together, we should see a lot of progress. So I'm excited. Definitely excited. And at the end, you guys are gonna see me put it together. Like I'm gonna get everything right. The zero's gonna be right. I'm shooting that CZ right now. That thing, I ain't gonna lie. The CZ got a little bit more kick to it than I thought it would have had. Like when I first bought it, I was expecting something crazy. But I mean, it ain't too bad, honestly. It doesn't kick hard as hell or nothing like that. But you know, I was just expecting something crazy. That's why I'm going to do a build with it. I'm going to have a nasty CZPO7 build. I cannot wait for you guys to see that. I already have a bunch of parts for it. Look at my face. I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed, y'all. But, hey, man. We going to get right. I'm telling you. And look, she's shooting Glock 45 again. I'm still shocked she doesn't like it. That was my dog. Y'all heard. But I'm still shocked she doesn't like it, man.
I try to give it as many chances as possible. I try to shoot it like 3-4 times. And once I adjusted my grip, like my teacher, my master suggested, I felt like it definitely got better. It definitely started kicking less. So, yeah, you're going to see there's a little progress going on. Little by little, we're going to get where we need to be. Right?
Yeah. And I got faith in you, you know. Like, once you adjust your grip, guys, everything is good. Grip is very important, and that's why dry firing matters, because you work on all your mechanics, you work on everything you got to work on before you get to the range. And once your fundamentals are solid, now you just got to worry about that trigger pull, which you practice when you dry fire. Now, look, that grouping ain't bad. Like, you know, that grouping wasn't too bad. You got some in the white, which is crazy. But it ain't bad. You know what I mean?
Again, I have vision problems. I was not wearing contacts or nothing like that. So that definitely needs to... I don't know. I need to get some contacts, man. Because I feel like I can beat his ass if... if I get my contacts in order. I'm telling you.
You could get contacts, Jesus, anything. You ain't beating me. I'll tell you that much right now. You ain't beating me. You don't even dry fire.
I've done it before. I can do it again.
You did it before with one string of fire. You ain't gonna do it again, trust me.
You see, you guys, he keep diminishing my progress.
That ain't diminishing nothing. If I lose to somebody that don't dry fire when I actually dry fire, I'm trash.
You'll be damned.
But nah, in all seriousness, I think she got it, y'all. I definitely think she got it. Some of the bullets were going in the same hole, so she's good. Look at her. She thinks she a G.
Da 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 da! It's the motherfucking D-O-double-G!
So, tell me what you guys think. I have a little theory. You know I want to do competitions and all that. So, I was thinking, the targets matter. Like, in competitions, you're going to be shooting A-zone targets. You see here, I'm shooting the regular human silhouette targets. But in competition, since you're going to be shooting A-zone, I wanted to get those A-zone targets like the guy next to me to my left is shooting. So I could see if I could stay within that A zone while shooting at a certain type of rate. Cause I know I'm gonna start slow. Like, I'm not expecting to be John Wick or something crazy, you know what I'm saying? But I wanna actually try to make the shooting environment as close to the competition environment as possible, so I could, kind of get a head start. Even though I'm still going to be fresh when I get out there, I still kind of want to try and get a head start, So you guys let me know. You think the target matters? I don't know. Maybe not. And we're about to see what this looks like afterwards. We're going to see what this target looks like. I believe this one is going to be a lot better, guys. I think this was my best grouping. I'm not 100% sure. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, YouTube, as you can see, it was a decent range day. In the beginning, I thought everything was going to be all good, but I hadn't really been to the range in I don't know how many months, and that's not a problem. Don't get me wrong. If you don't really have time or whatever the case may be to go to the range, or money for range time or whatever your setup or your situation is, always remember to dry fire. And that's where I messed up. I didn't really dry fire as much, and I paid for it. And this bad boy right here, don't get me wrong, is very accurate. You're gonna see in the video, well, as you saw in the video, many times there was like a literal hole. So that means all the bullets were hitting in the same spot. And later on, I realized how bad the zero was on this dot. You remember I told you guys I was gonna see how good the zero was that I did before. It wasn't good. It wasn't good, man. I kind of noticed it towards the end. So what I would do is I would adjust the dot above my intended target, and it would hit the target that I needed to every time. That's when I was like, okay, you know what? This is I was hitting really low. Like, if I would aim the dot directly where I needed the dot to go, I would hit way below that. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to adjust the dot towards the end. That's exactly what I did. I was like, why not adjust the dot now while I'm at the range and I could test fire it, which is what I should have done in the first place. So I adjusted it. I put it, I think I did 12 clicks up. I'm not 100% sure what I did, but I know that towards the end, I finally did, I think, like a 10 shot, I did 10 shots to see where exactly the dot was hitting, and I got a good amount of those shots in the bullseye. So I was like, okay, you know what? I think I did much better with that zero. Like, I fixed it completely, and I added a new little something to this. I'm not gonna tell y'all too much because I plan on doing a review tomorrow to show you guys. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this range footage. And remember, guys, dry fire. Dry fire is important, especially when you're not spending time at the range. You need to dry fire, and I'm not gonna make that mistake again. I'm going to be going to the range a lot more often. So thank you guys for watching. If you got to this point, I appreciate you. Like, subscribe, comment. Like I said, I need to know what I could do better. I want you guys' opinion. And I wasn't firing fast on this one because I already knew something was a little bit off with the dot. So I was really trying to make sure, like, especially when it came to this one, I was trying to make sure that everything was zeroed in. Everything was the right way, So next time, I'm going to try to do my best to fire fast. And obviously, like I told you guys, I really wasn't, and it's not about firing fast, don't get me wrong, but I really wasn't comfortable because I wasn't dry firing and I wasn't at the range for a minute. So even trying to go fast didn't even feel right for me, which is bad. But hey, man, that's what you get for not practicing, right? But thank you guys for watching. I love y'all. Love the freaking Nightblade family to death. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.